Hello.
So you guys, if you haven't
This is Nicki Minaj's live on 9/15/21.
already heard, I have been suspended from Twitter. Twitter. A place.
They're really. For why?
Where people, the most horrific things every day, stopped me from tweeting my poll. Okay. Now this.
Yeah, explain that. There's people trolling, bullying people on the internet, and instead of having that be cut off, you decide to take Nicki off of the platform, put her in Twitter jail. Okay.
From being something rather innocent to me now thinking, wait a minute, there's no way. This is starting to feel. I'm putting on my foot rubbing thing, y'all. Sleep. So y'all. Oh, okay, babe. I didn't realize I could do my poll on Instagram stories. Don't do that. Slept on it, and then you.
Oh, this
and you didn't really pay it much mind. Listen to this. You guys, has something ever happened in your life and you didn't really pay it much mind, right? But then you slept on it and then you realized there was something even more layered there. You had to unwrap it and unravel it, right? And sometimes something that was meaningless to you or not that meaningful becomes a gem when you go back and unravel it, right? A lot of times lately I've had speaking freely because my documentary is coming and I'd rather you guys be able to experience everything the way I'd like you to experience it on the documentary. I'll never go back on Twitter because now it's starting to feel a little scary. I remember when I was a little girl, and I would be taken to church, and sometimes the people in church would tell us, "Be happy that you're able to praise God freely," because some people in so many countries in the world can't praise the God they'd like to praise freely. They have to hide the Bibles, if they are a Christian in some countries, right?
Never heard
And
that.
that always motivated me to want to be in church and enjoy church because I was like, wow, some people don't get this luxury. And what's happened, Ace, is that we used to talk about 50 years ago and 30 years ago and 20 years ago. We have become that place that we don't, that you can't speak. You can't speak for the fear of the mob attacking you. If that doesn't give you chills up and down your fucking spine, this is scary.
Y'all really fucked up with Nicki Minaj. Like, that's so rude. Like, to say you praise this artist and then diss her on the news and so forth for using her platform and speaking her truth. Y'all are the real bullies.
You should be able to ask questions about anything you're putting inside your body. We ask a bunch of questions about the most simple thing. Oh, bitch, how that glue work? Do that glue really keep the wig down for how many hours? Oh, cause if I go in the pool and if I sweat it, what? And bitch, how that? But you can't just innocently ask a question about something going in your body. Do y'all realize that? I remember going to China and they were telling us, you cannot speak out against, the people in power there, etc. And I remember all of us thinking, oh, okay, well, we understand and we respect the laws here and that it's so different where we live. But don't y'all see what's fucking happening?
It's the same shit. I mean, I had a video that I put up. Let's see. I don't know if it's this account. They literally said we cannot speak up against the government. Joe Biden passed this law. I don't recall exactly when I made this video, but here it is. This is the account, if you want to look for it. I mean, them banning indigenous people for speaking up for indigenous rights, them banning the African American community for speaking up for their rights. White people playing as though they're black with a very bland, their spice is flour. Dances, for example. Dancing, would you even call it a dance? And becoming famous for it, while the black community gets no credit.
Don't y'all see that we are living now in that time where people will turn their back on you, not agreeing, but people will isolate.
Just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean you have to diss them.
You if you simply speak and ask a question. Y'all don't see what the fuck is happening? And I'm seeing black women on Twitter, black women I follow, acting like this is funny. No, I ain't gonna lie, I had a lot of fun yesterday and a lot of laughs. But black women, are y'all forgetting there was a time not too long ago where you couldn't even make eye contact with people? And you're okay with what's happening? We're no longer even allowed to voice our opinions or to ask questions. Now here's the
So notice how she just said that they couldn't even make eye contact before. This reminds me of when I was in the concentration camp that they call a rehab center. There was this person that said that in the other concentration camp rehab center that she was at, she couldn't make eye contact. She was put on silent treatment. Couldn't even make eye contact with people. This is still happening today. People can't even make eye contact, or she would be punished.
interesting. What's interesting is,
and people laughing about it like it's some kind of joke that we don't have human rights. I mean, it is ridiculous that we don't have human rights. It is funny, but like, it's funny in the sense where like how stupid it is, but not funny that it's like actually a thing, you know. It's like that oh fuck, this is really fucked up kind of laughter, like dark humor fuck shit.
So many of your favorite artists feel this way, but they're afraid to speak up. And I can't blame them. And interesting. What's interesting is so many of your favorite artists feel this way, but they're afraid to speak up.
This reminds me of Kanye. He literally had an interview with Joe Rogan and was saying that there's sex trafficking going on in the industry. Like, it's subtle. He didn't go into depth, but he said it. There are horrible things happening. And these artists cannot speak up because of they sold their soul.
Can't blame them. Look at what they just did. I will never use Twitter again. First of all, I didn't give any facts about any vaccine. I didn't give any facts about anything. I simply said, okay, well, you know, I didn't want to travel with my tiny baby, yada, yada, yada. And then I said, my cousin, this is the reason he didn't want to take the vaccine. Do y'all realize how many men are embarrassed to even speak on things that have to do with their health? Do you know how many men, especially black men, don't go to the doctor and are afraid to...
Eugenics is still happening. The healthcare system goes against any person of color, and that will always be the truth.
Tell their own
for now.
Lives that they may be having pain, or they may be feeling, you know, not so well. And this is a joke. And Twitter can just wake they crusty ass up and stop me from asking.
Who the fuck owns the media?
Questions? But y'all hanging out with rappers? But I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. But I want you guys to find a way. If I you know, I told you I got a request to go to the White House, which I thought was really dope. I'm not gonna say I haven't been enjoying some of the laughs that I've had from this. A lot of it has been funny, not gonna lie. But this man is not alone. You know, there are tons of things that men won't really speak on things the way, you know, us women will speak on anything. We'll bust our vaginas open and show each other our vaginas and be like, yeah, girl, yeah, because I did. Like, but men aren't like that, you know. And so to make a huge joke, right, about something that really did happen to someone, that's one thing. But then to stop a person from... So what it's making me think now is that there's something bigger to it. You know, like when I kept on seeing all these people with all these conspiracy theories, I would be like, oh, what? Oh, please, you know. But what in the world scared y'all that much that made you disable my fucking Twitter? I have not put out anything that I said was a fact about anything. I I simply said we should be able to ask questions and speak.
And that's a fact.
And it's scary when they start telling you you can't ask questions about anything. Oh, right. Someone said it took Trump 4 years to have his Twitter disabled, I guess, but it took you 3 days. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, we makes absolute sense that we could have a racist as our president, a sexist as our president, a pedophile as our president. But Nicki speaking truth is an issue. Okay.
Not even 3 days. But listen to me, please. Open your fucking eyes. Open your eyes. That's all. And yes, I'm writing a very important thing. I'm writing something really important about all of this, child. And when it's you know who I wrote a rap about? I wrote a rap about Paris yesterday. It was so funny. It's in my drafts, but I didn't bother to tweet it. But you guys, I'll be back. I'll be back to give you more updates. In the meantime, I love you.
Y'all fuck with the wrong person. You are fucking with a rapper, okay? An artist who has a platform and many people following her. And y'all just expected not to be... Yeah, she's exposing everything.
Dearly, okay?
Divine feminine is not to be fucked with. That's